with me for the Get Ready for the Day routines, which is a good warm up for this. So we are starting to clean our latest piece, which is Never Enough from The Greatest Showman. And what we're using is an arrangement by DJ Tronky, which kind of has a bachata beat in it, so a Latin beat. And so we're doing kind of a fusion. We've got a few bachata steps, but we're also incorporating a lot of other styles. So we're also gonna kind of give you some options here too, because I tend to do stuff in a little bit of a balletic style because that's how I was trained. But you definitely do not have to have any background in this to do any of these pieces. We are going to talk about what you can do instead of that. So. I'm sure you've heard this piece before, and it's about a performer kind of trying to fill that void, trying to fill that space inside of her that will never be fulfilled. By she wants more fame, more performances, more and more and more, but she doesn't understand why it's still not enough to make her feel right, feel good about herself. So, philosophical question there. So we are going to try and convey that. And so we're also going to be, thinking a lot about what's happening in our faces, what's happening, because you can convey what you're feeling inside to your audience. And you want to feel that with every step that you're doing. So that's something we're going to talk about too. So let's start at the beginning. And this is the walk-in. Now, this I want you to just do like you're walking along, thinking about something. So go in at a slow pace. And again, it's not a special walk, but you want to make it nice and smooth. You don't want to be going up and down. So think about, in this schools where they used to have you have a book on top of your head, walking around. And I want your expression to be kind of contemplative, like you're thinking about something, imagining something, like you're walking along the street and reflecting on life, on how things are going for you, a problem that you have. And I want you to kind of get that feeling in your expression. With your eyes, you want them up though. Although I guess you could also have them down. But in this one, I don't want you looking down too much because that tends to make your head go down and you kind of lose that context. So let's have more of a looking up and thinking about things like you're just kind of not thinking about where you're going, but looking into space. And then you're going to come to that balance. I have to keep pulling back because I don't have a lot of space here, otherwise I'd be out of the camera. But that balance has to come like a surprise. We're having lots of little surprise movements in here. So, our audience, as they're watching, they're kind of expecting our bodies to do one thing just automatically, and we're going to do something else every so often. So as we walk along, you want to already have it be ready to, when you're stepping on ending on that right foot, you were going to do a quick balance on it, but you already want to know that's where you're going, and keeping your hips square and shifting those hips over that leg before you lift your foot up. Because it's very easy under pressure situations to have a little wobble there. You don't want that. So you want to be walking there and putting your foot down, shifting your hips, and lifting it up. But this has to happen fast. So you want to step on it, shift, and lift your foot. And hold your core tight. So that's one of the main things too for balance. So we're walking along and shifting right now up. Like you've just, in the circus they balance all the time on various things. So you want to kind of feel that pulling up in your core, and that you're very square with your shoulders and hips in alignment. So these are forming a square. And another trick is to feel rooted into the ground. So you don't want to be above something, you want to be in it, even though the feeling we're trying to give is we're balanced. So from here, your foot is going to come down, so your feet are parallel, and it's going to slide through. And then you want to lift from your knees. So what a very important way to make, you can make the same movement look different depending on what part of your body is driving or leading it. So in this one, it's going to be your knees. So when we get that, we want that circle back. Your foot is going to slide out in front of you and feel like your knee is picking up your lower leg and circling it back to where it was. So sliding out, and your knees picking up and circling it back. And let's add a little bit of arms to that. So we came here, so it's like your arms are a little bit bent, like you're balancing on, I don't know, unicycle, whatever it is. And that's sliding down, and our arms are coming down with it. And as it circles back, again, we're going to bend and come back down to a parallel position. And here, as it comes back down, pull your butt tight, pull your core tight. And your attitude is, again, kind of looking somewhat upwards. So you want it to be above eye level, like you're still thinking about something, and a very subtle shoulder twist. So you're facing your audience more than being in profile. So they can see both your shoulders. But again, it's not a big twist. It's just a little bit, so they can see your whole body and where it's extending to. So you come here, and you let your arms go with it, come back down to parallel. And your shoulders are a little bit towards your audience. So from here, we're going to slide that front foot out. And you want your weight to follow that front foot. So your weight is following the front foot. And then we're going to be turning to the back. And there you're shifting your weight so it's in between. And shifting over, and keep it there because you're turn around and you want it all on your right foot. So it's sliding out here, sliding to the front. And this slide, again, we're stretching a little bit forwards and upwards, like we're leaning. We're like, there's a lot of movements here where it's like we're listening to something that's off stage, it's far away. So you want to kind of have that stretch in your upper body, like, what is it? What am I looking for? What am I listening to? And shifting weight. And by here, you already want it over your right foot. So when you do that twist, that you're not losing your balance. So you don't want to be in between here. You want this leg to drag into the back of you. And as far as our arms, I want this to move from your shoulder. So your shoulder is going to start the movement, and your elbow is going to continue it, and your hand is the last thing to come out. So here, and turning around, and then your arm is going to drop and be off to the side a little bit. So when we put that together, come here to that little parallel position. This is a little too far away, and we can slide it out, and give that weight shift so you're onto your right foot. And from here, I want this left shoulder to be slightly up. So you've got to stretch along here, or along this side. But again, none of this stuff is exaggerated. This is all smaller movements, and your chin is looking down, but down way over there, way out to that corner. So you're not having like a drop of the head. Your head is still parallel to your shoulders, and you're looking way over there to that lower corner. So from here, pushing down on your right leg, and we're gonna do kind of a chassé. So you're gonna step out. Let's keep facing this corner here, keeping that angle. And then you're gonna shift your weight to your left, bring your right to it, and then you're gonna have that weight shift again, so it's on the right. And here's where you have your direction change, and step on your left. And again, think about your hips coming over your leg before you think about lifting your foot. So if we're here, we're gonna do our little kind of chassé to this corner. And as you're stepping, I also want you to still feel the pull of whatever it is over there with your body. So it's not your whole body leaning forward, it's just like from your rib cage, and you're stepping through it. And with the turn of direction, step out with that left foot and follow it with your body. So you don't want everything to turn at once. You want to keep a little bit facing this direction, and then you're sliding it through. So here you have a better chance to get your hips square before you lift your foot, because you're coming through this parallel position and lifting it up. So here's where you have a choice of what you want to do. You can do a little attitude to the front, or you can just lift your leg up, or you can point it, you can straighten it. Not really important here. It's however you feel comfortable and want to interpret it. What's important here is, getting that alignment before you lift your legs so you can balance. And again, let's do a little bit of a longer arm here so we get a little more kind of that line going out. But bend elbows, because this isn't proper ballet piece. We're just doing, it's just again like a breath, like we're balancing on that unicycle. So coming back here, we came here, keeping to that corner, stepping on that leg. Let me pull back again because, so right, and then left, stepping on that leg, hips together, sliding through, and bring that leg up. So now when we put that leg down, it's going straight to the ground. So even if you've got this attitude here, don't stretch it out and step. We want this piece to look natural, so just bring it straight to the ground. Be here, straight to the ground, and then your weight is going to shift onto it. And I want that to continue not just with your hips, but to come up through your body. So again, you're like stretching towards the corner where you're listening to the music. It's like the music is somewhere and you're not quite sure where, and you're trying to hear it. And from here, we're going to step back on the left, step back on the right, and readjust, step on the right, and shifting your weight to the right. You're gonna swing this left one around to the back, and then you're gonna step on the left on a bent knee, and you're gonna step back on the right to switch it out, and step left. So it's we've stepped back on our left, on our right, and then we're stepping left down, right, left, and then we're going to go to our little lunge here. So coming up from our balance position, going straight to the ground, and stretching the body towards it, and then stepping back right, left, step right, left, and coming around here. Now with this step here, with this lunge, when you're stepping on it, I want you to really kind of roll through that foot to give it a soft soft landing. So it's not a jump, and it's not in the air either. It's just like a regular step, but try and kind of hit it with your toe first, roll it through, and then sink down. And you can have a good sturdy balance there. You know, your weight is here to get that pose, but you still got your left leg helping you out and protecting your balance. And here is another part where I want you to be listening. And see if you take that kind of ribcage or upper body, and like somebody's taking your shoulder and pulling it to the side. So you're listening here, and the same thing with your head. It's like somebody's pulling your ear, and you're trying to hear whatever it is. You're listening with all your might, like, what's out there? What's going on? You know, it's like our faraway music. So even though your body is facing forward, the pull of your attention is going over there. So let's make a little repeat of that. We're going to take it slowly with this piece because there's a lot in it. So walking in slowly and contemplating things and shifting your weight. Before you lift your leg up, you're balancing the unicycle and go through parallel position. And your knee is circling it back. And here you're going to stretch up, and one shoulder is going to come forward just so you're able to see both your shoulders from the audience. Now you're sliding forward, and your weight is shifting with that front leg, and then shifting forward. So turning and landing on your right leg. And here the steps are going to come towards this corner a little bit. Step, step, stepping here, and making sure your balance is secure. You slide it through, and cover your front foot. Shun. Yeah. So we come through to our parallel position, through to our little balance here or here, wherever it is you want. Little balance there, and then stepping straight to the ground with it, and shifting with that front foot, and our shift doesn't stop with our hips. Also our body's being pulled to the front, because we're still listening to that faraway sound. And stepping back, and left, and bend knee, right comes under, step left, and then one more step here, rolling through it, and bring your body, the little pull to the side, and the same thing with our head. What does that sound? Okay, so from here we have a little what I call a mock bachata. It's not a true one, but we're gonna step on that left foot, and we can give a little hip roll here. It doesn't have, it can be just left, right, left, like a bachata basic, but you can also give a little hip roll here, and even though it's slow. So that's really up to you how you wanna do that one. And what we want with the hands here is we're bringing them in, and let your elbows do the turning. So your elbows are coming down into the middle, and your right hand's going to come under like you're offering something with your left hand, and your right hand is just supporting it. So take my hand is what the lyrics are saying. Now this is about waist level, so you want it to not be too high because that'll kind of block this very expressive part of your body. You want to keep it low and bring them from your elbows in. We're going to be doing that a lot with that, letting our elbows lead the movement and give it kind of that softer movements over here. And we're coming here with our bachata basic. And we'll come here on our left foot, the right comes back to give you front posture middle. And this next one is just your upper body going. So I advise not exaggerating on this one, just wanna give it a little zook around. And what's important here is, again, your arms. So your arms, you're turning out the elbow, and that elbow is leading the movement. So again, so it's like your elbow's coming in, is going out and then in. And your hands are just following it, and that'll give it kind of that rounded movement. As you're saying, let's share it with me. So it's kind of like an offering. So it's your upper body, and your elbows are going in and out. And from here, bring your hands out a little. And this is our hip circle. And we've talked about this before, that you want your upper body staying in place, and it's not going forward, it's just staying where it is, and your hips are, not even your hips, but that whole lower body is just giving a little circle to the back. So it's not your hips that are bending, it's your whole lower body. So, and then we're going to start to, again, hear that music. And it's like something is pulling our whole right side over in that direction. So I think we're actually running out of battery today. So let's go through that once more, and then we'll put it to the music and continue tomorrow. It's gonna take a little bit to clean this one, because I want you all to get some nice nuances with it, give it a lot of thought, and have a really, really pretty piece to perform, wherever you get the chance. I would love that. So coming in again with that kind of thinking look, and making sure you're balanced, coming through, sliding through. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even put my foot out. I meant to keep it here, touching my leg, or at least as close as possible. It doesn't have to touch. It can also hang in the air, because your audience can't see whether it's touching or not. And then that is sliding through, and the knee is leading the movement, and the arms are just kind of soft coming with it. Coming back, pulling them straight, remembering that shoulder, and then your shoulder and your leg are sliding out together. And let's turn here. Your weight is shifting to your right, and you come in here, little tilt of the shoulders, head parallel to that. Not too much turn of the head here, just a little bit. And then this is going to come through, and you're facing a little diagonal to that corner. So left triangle left, stepping your left, getting a good balance with those square hips here, and bringing up your right leg. And that right leg is heading straight to the floor. And even though your arms are hanging at your side, your body is still extending, kind of from your rib cage. Think about this upper part towards that corner. And then stepping back, shifting your weight onto each foot that's stepping, shifting here, and then you're swinging your left down to the back, around to the back, step on it, step on it, and here, you're gonna roll through those toes, and it's like something is pulling that upper body, that ear, to listen to faraway music. And then we're going to start that little kind of very slow basic bachata, bringing your hand in, and then planting the right foot, upper body, that elbow roll. And as you come back, you can give a little push with your hip to the right, because you're going to be going back the other way. And here, your hands are turning out to get that little backward swing. And then you're going to start to listen in that direction. So let's just do that little first part with music to see how it feels. And, be sure to send us any comments. And we always love it is if you want any feedback. And we are going to continue on with this in the next session on Wednesday.
I'm trying to hold my breath, let it stay this way. Can't let this moment end. You set off a dream in me, getting louder now. Can you hear it echoing? Take my hand, will you share this with me? Starting
So a little bit like that. I was a little bit late here on stepping from that pose to getting over here. I want you guys to do that a little bit faster, so you have time here to really stretch it out and do that nice kind of rich balancing ballet or step I think in other styles to get around. But we will revisit this, and we're going to continue on Wednesday and get as far as we can then, because well, it'd be nice to get it cleaned up this week so we can do our little, kind of mock performance. I don't know, that at the end of the week, or maybe weekend. Thank you, Oscar. Thank you. That is a great way to end. And I hope you are enjoying this piece and beautiful music. And I wish you a wonderful Monday. Please like and subscribe. Please put any questions in the comments, any suggestions also, anything you want to know. So I will be seeing you Wednesday, my favorite prize. My love to all of you. Bye-bye.